Bob Hammer was inspired by Lance Armstrong, and it starts our interesting story with Bob. He's a two-time testicular cancer survivor that founded the Have a Ball golf tournament to raise money for the Lance Armstrong Foundation and several local institutes. The tournament is Friday, Bob?
It is Friday.
It is Friday. Let's start right with Lance Armstrong. Indeed, he, in his own way, is the reason you have a beautiful son, huh?
Indeed. When I was going through treatments, I went through around 26 rounds of chemotherapy when I had cancer the second time. Ended up raised enough money to go down to Austin, Texas, and I got to meet Lance and Lance's oncologist, who was world-famous cancer oncologist, Dr. Craig Nichols. Lance turned me on to his doctor. I had been scheduled to have a surgery the following week at Stanford. If we were to have this surgery, we would have never had children again.
Now, is it almost, you know, we're going to get heavy here, but...
Yeah, no, we don't want to get heavy.
No, but let's tell the story. If you had, with one testicle, it's darn near impossible to have a child?
It wasn't that. It was the type of surgery that I was going to have. I had 3 remaining tumors, little teeny tiny tumors, what they thought was they needed to go in and retrieve.
Okay.
Dr. Nichols felt like that was just dead scar tissue. If you go in and get that, you got to move things around without getting too technical. We would not have kids again.
How did you hook up with Armstrong? Because I would imagine there's a lot of people across the country that, hey, would like to bend his ear. How did you get in front of him?
While I was going through treatments, when I was sick, I raised money. I raised about $15,000. That put me in an elite group back in 2000. Back then, Lance was only a couple years into the Tour de France. He wasn't Lance Armstrong like today, and there was only about 40 people who had raised that type of money. So I stood out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, and we should
30
mention
and bald, and so he knew right off the bat that it was testicular cancer, and turned me on to his doctor. And
obvious thing, how you feel today?
We're good.
Yeah,
we're
isn't
good.
that great, Bob? And we should say you've raised upwards of $500,000 for people with cancer through this golf event. And you have a celebrity, Vern Glenn, as
Mr. Involvement.
Mr. Involvement will be appearing in your event.
And his dad.
Wow, isn't that great?
I don't know if it's Mr. Involvement Senior.
You must have offered 2 comps then, right? Instead of 1. Yeah.
Yeah, a big time.
Yeah, no.
We're big time now.
No, I'm teasing you. You want to bring up your family, Bob? Just
sure,
I don't know how you feel about that.
I got to do the NASCAR thing a little bit, Gary.
Okay, come on up quick.
While we're talking, I got to get in that. You know, our tournament is presented by Ariba.
Yeah.
We have some great local sponsors.
And there's your beautiful son, Bob. Do your thing, Bob.
NVIDIA, Pixar, Boucheron, Peninsula Building Materials, the place that I work.
Yeah.
Big sponsor. It's turned into a great thing. It's a good story, and people latch onto the story, and we're benefiting. Obviously, we're benefiting the Lance Armstrong Foundation, which is great. But we're also benefiting several local areas.
Well, that's great, Bob.
We got.
Hey, if somebody wants to go, what do they do now? Are you online somewhere where they can sign up for this?
Haveaballgolf.com. We're completely booked for this year.
Look at Bob.
But
so here, bring your son in here quick.
I'll sell it for next year.
I want to tease a little bit. Our Zoom operator had to go home, so he's not here. But your
oh yeah, no,
your son is that. That's not a real tattoo, is it?
No.
Okay. How you doing, young man? Hi, sweetie. You want to get out here? You got a beautiful daughter too, and your wife. So
this is Shayna. This is Josh, and my wife Kim. And
hey, congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
And all I can say, I trust Vern's father. He's a great man. But Vern will probably put rolls in him and take him home.
Well, so I hear that Vern's dad's actually a heck of a golfer, so
fabulous.
We'll see that.
The great Bob Hammer.